Today I'm going to show you step-by-step instructions on how to replace your dishwasher inlet valve. Works for many different manufacturers. I happen to be at Christmas Lake in Santa Claus, Indiana. Yes, that's a real place. It's actually quite beautiful here. So stick around and I'll show you the town as well as this repair. These are step-by-step instructions for installing a dishwasher inlet valve. This particular model that I'm working on today is a Whirlpool Quiet Wash Plus. You can find the model and serial number inside the door as seen here, which will give you the information needed to find your exact replacement part. That being said, there are many different ones out there, but they all pretty much work the same. This one I bought from Amazon was a little more expensive than some of the others. However, it does seem to be an exact replacement, but it does require some assembly. Always want to make sure you disconnect the power. So in this case, this breaker is marked dishwasher, so that should be us. You can also verify with a voltage checker like this, pretty cheap actually, and has saved my butt many times. So one example here. Now that has juice, but also here under the sink, again we can check that has power. This is our line to our dishwasher, so we can be certain the power is off. Also into the sink you will find the hot water valve for both the sink and the dishwasher, so I know if I turn this off, we'll shut off the water. Remove the bottom cover. This is the water inlet valve. As you may be able to see, there's a drip hanging off there where it has a leak at the housing, which I had previously determined. Remove the electrical connector. It's a 2-wire. It does go on a certain way, so pay attention to that. Overall, though, removal of this valve is quite simple. So there's the mounting bracket, which we will end up reusing on the new one, so take good care of that, I suppose. There's a spring type hose clamp that I would probably recommend replacing with a better hose clamp. However, I reused the same one and it seemed to be fine. You can see on this compression fitting there was Teflon tape, so that not necessary. I'll clean that up later before it goes back together, but not necessary for that. Okay, now that the valve is out, you can see it was actually leaking from a couple different spots. Nothing that looks like it could be repaired, so good choice on replacement. Here it specifies the wattage for the coil, which is important because this particular part actually came with 2 different coils, a 5-watt and a 10-watt, I believe. So now I know that it's the 5-watt, so I'll go ahead and use that. All the information is specified in the instructions, which you can see here. So pretty straightforward, and also includes the assembly. So the 5-watt coil did come on this unit. Everything looks pretty close. There's a couple small differences, but nothing that will stop this from happening. As you can see, we just swap over the bracket and the brass fitting along with the new components that came with the kit. Oh, there's Santa sailing through on his crystal ships, probably puffing the magic dragon. So a quick removal of the old fitting. We're going to reuse that, put some new tape on it. Again, we're going to take the tape that's off the compression side fitting because that's just unnecessary. There's a screen in here, looks pretty clean. Also a new screen with the new one, so no problem there. So here I'm just removing all the old parts for inspection, also to see how they match up with the new parts. Of course, the diagram shows, which way everything goes in and which parts you'll need, etc. Also, I should mention that others that are for sale for dishwashers are not as complicated. This one just seemed to have more interchangeable parts. But like I said, the instructions are pretty detailed, how everything goes, which order, which direction. Here you can see I've got everything laid out, ready to go back in. Really quite simple. And based on the particular coil wattage that this one had, then it gives you the order. This yellow washer here, it is directional, so things like that you just have to pay attention to. But again, not every valve is going to have this. You may just take the old one out and put the new one in, which is best case scenario. There were valves like that I could have bought that were half the price, but I just felt like this one was, an exact match and would probably be a good fit. And now that I'm finished, I know that, it is a good fit and it works fine. With the new valve assembled, it's ready to go back in. Pretty straightforward, just the opposite of the way it came out, and relatively simple. Everything matched up very well, and it didn't have any problems. So the heavy breathing and grunting is just a indication of victory, which is so close now. Well, that was a pretty productive day, so don't forget, if you're heading out on the water, to bring your life preserver. this time of year in southern Indiana. Don't forget to check out Santa Claus. I'm certainly pleased with the way this turned out, so hopefully it helped you too. If you have any questions, just drop them in the comments below. And if you like this video, like it. If you want to see more videos like it, subscribe. Or not. It's all good. All the best, my friends. Cheers.